All right. We're here for SRX broadcasted split at Nashville Super Speedway, waiting for the session to go up. Had a great had a great session a couple hours ago with Nebon 5. Um and that was a bunch of fun, but I'm finally back. Looks like we got 16 drivers here. So a full split once again here in the SRX official series. Like I just said, we're waiting to uh, have the session go up. One of these days it will appear. But I unfortunately missed out on Charlotte Roval because I was away from my computer. But I'm very glad that we have a big old field here for what should be a very fun race at Nashville Super Speedway whenever this decides to go up. So yes, looks like a 2011 SOF. For reference, the race before, the 731 that was with Nebon 5, I believe the SOF was 3,700 at top split because it's split in two. But we got a bunch of people here and looking for a good race as we are loading into the session right now. Let me just open up my broadcasting software. And in just a moment, we will get you a feed of the race.
Then it doesn't matter. I got to get him on that one lap, though.
Alrighty. And then let's get ATVO up. So finishing up practice right now. Got 28 seconds left. Currently, your leader in practice is Brandon Ribble Hamilton in the 15 car with a 31.781. But checkered flag for practice. Getting ready to go straight into qualifying. And let's see who takes the track first here at Nashville. Looks like we got Barrett Canning out on track right now. We'll look at Nate Campbell in the 4 car. Starting to get a run built up here. Second lap is going to be the fast lap here. You got to get your tires nice and warmed up. So across the line, first one to start his qualifying attempt. Let's see what Nate Campbell can do into turn one. A little bit high up on entry, but it looks like he's able to keep it in one piece. out of the corner. Let's see what he can do for 3 and 4. This is what's going to mean a lot. Looks like he's going to run up high to try to get the best run possible. Coming to his flying lap right now. Most importantly, does not get into the wall coming to his lap. So we might have a good lap in the works here into turn 1. Let's see what he does. Running a little bit high up. You really want to be close to that yellow line, but he's able to get out of the corner nicely. Let's see what he does for 3 and 4, running really high up here. About a lane up off of the inside. Let's see what this nets him. A 31.657. Very fast lap from Nate Campbell. So I might have been mistaken in my judgment of him, as Landon Moody sets a 31.710. See anyone else who has not completed their laps. Barrett G. Canning just crossed the line, a 31.767 for him. Ty Marasco on pit lane right now. Look at Joe Hogg in the... That's a hell of a paint scheme. In the number 13 feet car. Looks like he ran a little bit high on his flying lap. Not going to set too great of a time. A 33.3. Not optimal, but definitely gives you time to work through the field. See, is anyone still doing their laps? Let's have a look at David Mayo coming out of 3 and 4, really high up, scrapes the wall. That might invalidate his lap time. Let's see what time he sets across the line, a 31.817. Which seems like his lap will not count, considering that he barely scraped the wall, and any contact will cause your lap time to be invalidated. So let's get a look at your starting lineup now that qualifying is over. And let me pull it up real quick. Starting on pole is the number 4 of Nate Campbell. On his outside is consistent broadcasted split winner Landon Moody in the 1 car. Starting in 3rd in the Dunkin' Donuts number 3 car is going to be Barrett G. Canning. We've seen him a lot here, and he has won at Mexico City. On his outside is going to be the number 15 of Brendan Ribble Hamilton, fastest in practice, setting 4th in qualifying. Last car inside the top 5 is regular James Batzer in the number 8. And on his outside is going to be the number 5, another regular in the broadcasted split, Zach Hummel in 6th. In 7th is going to be the number 12 of Bill Sleep. And on his outside is going to be the number 7 of Matthew Polcher. Inside of row number 5 is going to be the number 10 of Ben Tickenor. And last car inside of the top 10 is going to be the number 2 of Paul Granada. First car outside of the top 10 is going to be the number 13 feet car of Joe Hogg, followed by Ty Marasco in the number 6. In 13th is the number 9 of David Mayo. On his outside is the number 11 of Tim Ains. And rounding out your field, 15th and 16th, a full 16-car field. It's going to be car number 14 with Austin Shedd, then followed by Clayton Petrachik. I hope I said that right. Petrachik. Clayton P. starting in 16th as car number 16. Got a lot of work ahead of him, but anything can happen. We got a 30-lap race here under the lights at Nashville Super Speedway. Tire wear is going to be a big factor here. You can have pace early on, but you will get eaten up by drivers who have better tires in the later stages of this race. This race is just long enough for tire wear to really play a factor. But it's going to be Nate Campbell in the number 4 HendrickCars.com SRX car leading everyone to the green flag. This big old field here around this 1.33 all concrete oval here in Nashville, Tennessee. Pace car is in, waiting for Campbell to hit the loud pedal. And green flag is out. A good jump by Campbell. Barrett Canning not getting to the back of Campbell in time. And that allows Landon Moody to dive to the inside. So no contest for second place with Landon Moody jumping to the inside. Barrett Canning in third has Ribble Hamilton all over his back end, but so does James Batchelor looking to the inside of the 15 as the first pass of the race is looking to be made right here for the fourth position. Batchelor able to slide up right in front of Ribble Hamilton, but Ribble Hamilton with a crossover to the inside, about dead even coming across the stripe here. Let's get a little bit of a closer look at this. Ribble Hamilton really flings it into the corner. He's going to overdrive the corner, and now Batchelor back to the inside of Ribble Hamilton coming out of turn 2. Batchelor with a great run down the backstretch. Might be able to clear the 15, and he does coming into turn 3. Further up in the field, it is Nate Campbell pulling away right now from Landon Moody, as it appears that Austin Shedd might have had an accident. But fastest lap of the race right now goes to that one car of Landon Moody, a 31.755. But Barrett Canning is hot in pursuit, only 1/100th of a second slower that last lap. But Nate Campbell might be trying to play the long game here, as we have a battle in the back. This is between Paul Granata and Zach Hummel for the 6th position. Granata all the way up to 7th after starting, I believe, 10th. So already making some moves here in Nashville, as Ty Marasco having a good start to his race so far. And then Bill Sleep also under fire from the number 7 of Matthew Poulter. Further up through the field, it is still 1, 2, 3 for Campbell, Moody, and Canning. Canning in the Wednesday race showed that he was very competent at saving tires with this combo. Had very good speed late in the race. He just was not in a position to win that race. Colton Tyndall won the Wednesday race. But if he can keep close to Moody and Campbell by, I'd say, lap 20 to 30 or 20 to 25, he might be able to set up a move with better tires, assuming that he's saving tires better than the 4 and the 1. But mostly single file racing here. Closest battle right now is between, actually, David Mayo and Ben Tickner for the 12th spot. Mayo looking to the inside of the 10 car with a little bit of a damaged left front. Maybe that contributed to the damage on the 14 of Shedd. But looks like Mayo trying to get to the inside and pass Tickner. But up at the front, Canning is inching closer to Landon Moody. Fastest lap of the race, actually, a couple laps ago by Barrett Canning, a 31.616. So Barrett knows how to make this car fly. But all is calm for positions 1 through 3 right now as we approach lap number 8. You can see James R. Batchelor just at the edge of the shot, already pulled out to a 1.4 second gap between 3rd place and 4th place. Further in the back, Ty Marasco trying to find a way around Paul Granata for the 7th position. Looking high, maybe trying to mount a run off the corner through the trial, but looks like his wish won't be granted right now. As coming into turn 1, Barrett Canning still inching closer on Landon Moody. Cars getting very squirrely out of turn 2. some reason the cars get very sideways on exit. But we're mostly spread out single file racing here as we are 1/3 of the way through this race. I think Moody might have scraped the outside wall entering the corner, and maybe this will set up a big run for Barrett Canning if he can set something up. But further in the back, we got a battle for 9th place. Joe Hogg in the number 13 car, looking to the inside of Matthew Poulter, and he's gonna get side by side with Poulter. And up front, Canning all over the back end of Moody through 1 and 2. Canning definitely applying the pressure on Moody for that second spot, and it looks like he's doing a less aggressive turn in than Landon Moody, while still being able to keep pace with that one car. Of course, Nate Campbell still leading, as it looks like he might have overshot the corner just a little bit. But he's going to get a good exit, a little bit of a slide, but that is not what Nate Campbell wants to see, is that one car getting ever slightly bigger in his rearview mirror. All 3 cars in the top 3 practically under a blanket right now. Closest battle on track at the moment. Practically nose to tail these 3 cars are. So let's get a little bit of a wider shot if we can. 13 laps out of 30 completed, and I can't help but notice Landon Moody taking a little bit of a more shallow entry than Campbell and Canning. That might hurt him. Hurt him later on in the race, because he's turning the wheel more, so he might be burning that right front tire a little bit more. But he's got pressure all over him from Canning in 3rd. Campbell getting really close to the wall, but able to stay about 0.2 of a second ahead of the rest of this lead group right here. It's going to be an exercise in if Nate Campbell can keep it clean and can he keep a good job of his tires intact too. Halfway to go here at Nashville in what's proven to be a very close race, with 15 laps to go here, and Landon Moody really is sending it pretty hard into the corner, trying to make up a lot of ground. As you see Barrett Canning get a little bit sideways on exit. Barrett Canning actually the fastest out of these three cars, maybe due in part to the draft a little bit, because believe it or not, with these huge wings, there is a little bit of draft that does occur when you're right behind another car. But while this is going on in the back, we have Ty Marasco trying to find a way around Zach Hummel for the 6th position. They pulled away from Paul Granada, the 2 car, back in 8th. So it's just these 2 cars right now, about 1.2 seconds behind Ribble Hamilton. But going back to the lead group right here, Campbell still holding his ground, about 0.2 of a second ahead of Landon Moody. And Barrett Canning running pretty much the middle line through that corner. but still able to keep up a good amount of momentum on corner exit. In the back, we have Clayton Petrachik battling Tim Ains, and looks like Ben Tickner for the 13th spot, as these guys just having a nice clean race in the back. Might become, I doubt that they'll become lap traffic because this track is so doggone big. It might be something to look out for with only a few laps to go. Landon Moody 1.8 tenths behind Nate Campbell. He might be starting to push here in the last third of this race. Campbell seems to have been smooth as butter, hasn't hit the wall or anything, gotten very close, but has also been very consistent in his driving here. As Canning might have a run on Moody, but he gets a little bit sideways. He's going to have to wait for another lap as they're approaching a lap car of Austin Shedd. Shedd looking to stay high here. Oh, but that's going to kill the exit of Landon Moody. Moody really had to check up right there. Lost about 2 tenths on Nate Campbell because of that. Just wrong place, wrong time for Austin Shedd. Nothing that really he or Landon Moody could have done to avoid that. But now that is a gift for Nate Campbell. A little bit of pressure off of his back, and a lot more pressure on Landon Moody right now as Canning is hounding him for that second position. Canning looks to the inside. Moody blocks it off. 7 laps to go here. Or 8 laps to go, I apologize. 8 laps to go here at Nashville, and Canning looks very hungry for the spot. Will he be able to pull alongside? No, not yet. Might be able to make a lunge to the inside. Does not look like it. Looks like he's going to try to pull alongside down the straightaway and force Moody to back off entering the corner. But Moody has been very strong out of turns 3 and 4. Canning scrapes the wall a little bit. That's going to compromise his entry. And oh, Moody might have just been handed a little bit of a lifeline now that Canning scraped the wall and lost about 4 tenths of a second. As for 5th place, Brendan Ribble Hamilton and Zach Hummel are about dead even right now. Battling for 5th place, both cars fighting through the tightness. Ribble Hamilton being able to get back in front of Hummel, but for the lead, it has extended to about 6 tenths now. So Nate Campbell, with help from lapped traffic, able to extend that gap out of draft distance from Landon Moody. Now it is up to Barrett Canning with 5 laps to go. Can he make anything happen for that second place? That's about 10 to 15 points in the championship on the line here, as Canning gets a great drive out of the corner. He's going to have a nice run on Moody. Moody shuts the door in his face. But Canning apexed later than Moody. Canning scrapes the wall a little bit. Looks like he doesn't lose that much speed. They are nose to tail for second place. Canning scrapes the wall again, but able to not overdrive the corner. How will they handle the exit of 2? About dead even. Canning thought he had a run to the inside of Moody, not able to make it happen. Coming to 3 laps to go. Canning gonna try the crossover on Moody. To the inside goes Canning. Moody shuts the door. Canning actually lets out of it a little bit. Maybe didn't want to get loose 3 laps to go. Canning has to make up ground, as for the 5th position, they are still side by side between Zach Hummel and Brendan Ribble Hamilton. Very respectful racing going on between these two drivers. But I hate to turn away from a gripping battle. We have one that is of arguably more consequence. 2 laps to go here for contenders in the championship this season in SRX. As Canning gets a great drive out of the corner, able to close the gap ever so slightly on Landon Moody. It's going to come down to this last lap. Moody misses the corner. Landon Moody misses the corner in 3 and 4. Can Canning get side by side with him? No. Moody has the drive out of the corner. White flag in the air as Moody scrapes the, Canning scrapes the wall just a little bit. Now Canning, does he have the run out of the corner on Landon Moody? This is going to be the spot where it matters the most. Moody with a defensive line. Canning trying everything that he's got, but it's not going to be enough. Nate Campbell comes home to win from the pole, and Landon Moody defends 2nd place. Let's see the battle for 5th place coming out, and it looks like it is going to be Zach Hummel beating Brendan Ribble Hamilton to the line. A very good race here, as always, in the SRX broadcasted split. We will get your race results in just a moment. Coming home with the W is going to be Nate Campbell in the number 4 car, followed by the number 1 of Landon Moody, barely holding off Barrett G. Canning in 3rd. James Batzler comes home a very respectable 4th place in that number 8 car, and Zach Hummel able to get past Brendan Ribble Hamilton for the 5th spot. Ribble Hamilton in the 15 car comes home in 6th place, then followed by David Mayo and the number 13 of Joe Hogg. Ty Marasco comes home in 6th, and then Bill Sleep, car number 12, last car inside the top 10. First car outside of the top 10 is going to be car number 7 of Matthew Poulter, then followed by Tim Ains in the 11. Clayton Petrachik in the number 16 comes home in 13th, then followed by the 2 of Paul Granado. Disappointing performance from him, coming home in 14th. And then followed by Ben Tickner, 1 lap down. And in last, who I believe started last, is the number, or he actually started a little bit higher up, but finishing last in 16th is the number 14 of Austin Shed. With that all said and done, my name is Garrett Hess. I hope you enjoyed this broadcast split. I apologize for missing last week's race at Charlotte Roval. I just could not make it. I was stuck in traffic trying to get home to do the broadcast. Big thanks to SKS Graphics and Andrew Schulte for their help with the ticker. If you need tickers for iRacing broadcasting, go to SKS Graphics. And thank you for watching. We will be back next Friday night at I believe Lanier Dirt. Let me double check that just to be sure. Give me 1 second. Yes, it is Lanier Dirt. So we're going dirt tracking next week for week 11 out of 12. Only 2 weeks until the season ends. And we have a battle heating up in the points. But thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this broadcast. And I will see you next Friday night when we go dirt tracking at Lanier Dirt. Thanks for watching.